going to build around Ye here. But can Marv really deliver on that role? Again, on the attacking side, eyes don't naturally draw towards him as much.
I think for me, when I consider this game, I'm trying to think of what sort of scoreline would bring me back to normality. What do I need to see from Loud that makes me go, okay, we get to unlock the full best of 5, right? Like that's obviously what we want here. And I do need a commanding scoreline. I need almost denial of any double digits near OpTic. I need it to look like, hey, there's a reason that we play this map and you don't. So again, I do need to see a little bit of confirmation of brilliance here from them, because they've had some very close maps and it can be arduous in those sort of games, and this should be quite carefree for OpTic to an extent if you think about the pressure and which way it applies. So as it stands, OpTic and Victor leading the way forward. Going to cop a little bit of damage and just flash through it. Wait, he found IceBox in the heels. I thought he had no chance of that. Going to dip away just before the shock dart comes in as well. Dink towards zeta and crashes. Going to find one. Jump peeking on 3 HP, of course you are, Victor. Going to fall back away from this as Ye is going to be catching the cross as well. There are layers to this. Like an onion.
Good choice.
Love a bit of Shrek.
You know, jumping down from that on a wild swing.
0 trade potential on that. OpTic are giving them nothing. The literal green wall is still up. They have to go through so much to even try and find a way back into this. Sassy and Panakata, what are you going to do? Okay, Marv's found already one of them. This is clean. That's 5 alive for OpTic.
OpTic give no opportunity back into sight there for Loud. Again, less, I've got to say, just desperation to find something. Jump peeking across double doors. And IceBox, if he's going to be playing this position, he has to be very, very careful.
Sure.
I think a lot of these hits are going to come through. We talk about the support system, the utility usage for OpTic. If they can isolate him and find that kill, again, it gives the opportunity to that free plant towards main as well. They don't have to safe plant on the right side of this pyramid. They can plant it open.
Again, now it's how far does this go? I look at what can FNS do as well as an in-game leader. Ooh, aggression. There is a trap to this. And if it gets removed, that should be an indicator of something, but going to use a little bit of cover to try and get around, and Victor's like, no. Not today, actually.
No
I'm
nonsense.
still watching that. And for me, it's, how much can FNS do on a map like this, trying to call a whole new look? You've been given, a new set of cards to try and play with, completely different card game to try and work out. And for now, it's still looking kind of flawless. It's early, right?
Yeah. See if Pangather unless can find anything here, but Ye has so much control, so much space here, and actually that's going to be spotted out. Finds the wall bang as well.
Right, fair enough.
You can see the smiles on the faces in the player cams. Yeah, actually Pancata be removed as well. Again, actually on the other side of things, this is a little bit of a role switch up as well to have Pancata be the one to move across to the chamber.
It's been 2 flawless rounds, right?
Yeah, back-to-back Prime Gaming flawlesses. Is it happening?
No.
All right. We'll check back in 5 rounds or so, I guess.
Yeah. Give me like 2 full gun rounds, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you at that point. Like, I just feel like we're watching like the possibility of something great, but then reality. You wake up and it just doesn't happen anymore. Sadak just get it fruity with it. The underhand flash is so good. IceBox and Sadak. I love that play, just crunching towards Miller. Like, guys, you've been running this. We know what you're up to. Not going to happen again. Ye with the upgrade, though, going to dive on in, gets himself a rifle, and actually has facility now to cross towards A. They're going to be able to get that side cross in. There could be a flank coming in, though, so there is a bit of a time limit towards it. Working towards that spike going down.
And obviously, the trap's removed with Marv falling. Victor has to opt towards that safe plant. Pancata's here so early.
Yeah, when do they even consider this? When does this become something that internal clock determines is a problem? But they're so dedicated towards... Ooh, the shot goes out from Pancata. He doesn't find what he wants, but it's a trade. Let's find Victor, and Crashes comes right back in. Yay, what? Excuse me, OpTic! This is not meant to be what you're doing here. You're on the bonus round. Ye's barely alive, but it doesn't matter. It's still a body to try and get past Sassy. Has to overextend to find Crashes. He pushes in, and Crashes finds him! Okay, maybe I'm aboard. Maybe. That's 2 standing, 2 rifles now come through. That's 3 on the board, and they can push the money right back down for Loud here.
Crashes, man. Goes huge, finds this first kill. Then the second, actually the follow-up, the swing from Ye to secure that kill onto Pancada. He was the threat in that round, Lauren. As soon as Marv falls, so much space to be taken. And like I said, the timing, he's so early. As soon as the spike's planted. Wow. that is a massive swing. Converting the bonus here.
And talk about pressure, that puts it right back in Loud's corner, right? Like, hey, this is your map, remember? This is the one that we don't play. You better turn up now. This is when you start getting a little worried, getting a little nervous. There's already Ye starting to feel himself pushing further in towards the site. A quick beheading towards Sassy, but you can see Sadek trying to get right into it. Crashes.
Clean.
Quelling the problem as Aspas did slip the net. Les finds Ye. Okay, they are still being a huge problem here, and I kind of like that. Getting under the skin.
3v3, but look at the HP here. Les on 5, Aspas on 21. A Vandal to work with, but lots of ground to cover. Pancada going to find one onto Crashes, though.
Absolute
Oh,
shots and a half.
The ball's going to cut them off.
That's 2 of them, though. Can they trade it effectively if they do go through that? Let's see if they can make it right. Oh, he gets outdone. Les has got him. And this could be the answer right back out of the FNS. The Kingmaker himself has to deliver. Stand and do anything. No, Aspas waited so patiently. Finds the timing, finds the defuse, and Loud. A stark reminder, this should be their map.
Convert that Thrifty again after conceding the bonus. OpTic is still going to be pretty flush in terms of the finances.
Yeah, they got 9K.
Up to 9K.
With ult.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing. With finding 3 rounds unanswered, Crashes, Ye, and Victor all now sit on their ultimates. Actually, we'll be able to spread the funds as well to make sure Marvda's got a rifle. Loud of, I'll be honest, especially in these buy rounds, they have to start preventing OpTic from finding a plant. Also finding the first blood. Because OpTic, I mean, even you see Ye there, the willingness to dig so deep towards spawn. First time actually OpTic going to lean towards B in the early round, and there's a Viper's Pit to deal with.
But I like this from Aspas already starting to walk tube as well.
It
It instantly allows for rotation. I really like that.
Look at the setup.
Get out of my way!
Towards Archers. See Pancada tucked in deep. Sassy actually going to clear out with the Owl drone.
I'm so prepared for this.
Yeah.
You are powerless.
No snakebite either.
Nope. Okay. Yay. What you got for us here? It's not clean enough. Yeah. Loud are so prepared for that. That was a gorgeous round from them. Perfect rotations, beautiful positioning. Even with everything that OpTic brought out there, it made no odds to it. And just that push-up alone from Aspas taking so much space, patience being delivered.
Which is why it's kind of key for OpTic to remain in this default, at least show presence elsewhere. I mean, like I said, this is the round where the Viper's Pit's invested. It's the first time that OpTic have lent this way. You know, whether or not Loud can have that sort of comfort in any of the other rounds that OpTic decide to explore towards B. We'll have to wait and see, but... So yeah, that's going to swing right back in favor of Loud, and actually on the back of the Thrifty conversion. Look at their funds now. Aspas immediately punishing Ye. Yeah, the key engagement towards Tube here.
That's really setting the bar, isn't it, going forward of, hey, that's a fight you might have to have.
Right here.
Glasgow kiss from the Owl drones. It's Marved actually now. The back of Sassy being forced back. Interesting here is there's lots of space that OpTic are able to find. The wall's going to go up, but...
He baited the drop. I'm wondering if they'll be able to find any value off the back of that, if anyone gets a little bit hap-handed. The Aspas, okay, so it's going to kind of reassure that there is still a play here, but Mars found Pancada, so...
Victor's
again,
found one as well.
Yeah, this is huge. They've been able to just slip a little bit deeper as Crashy's threading the needle, but just spots a player out of place. Going to try and find this extended fight with Aspas. Not pretty enough to make it work there. And now you look at these positions. Sadak noting one on the way back in. Aspas aware of it too. Good work to clear. And now the two isolated on the side. Marv drifting across. Got a little bit, but it'll at least allow for the plant to come in. Marv has to be key in this though. And I guess that's
finds
one way to do it. Starts well and now can hit that rotation. And you've got to look at the other side of things for FNS. He has to play his life here.
The plant is open. So Marv now repositioning. Can actually be in a position to bail FNS out. If he just tucks into Brick, sorry, and then Marv can take first contact.
He's got to play a little bit deeper. If he goes down first, it's all for nothing. FNS takes that first real contact. That's lovely work. The push and pull between the two. zeta has no options. OpTic toying with them now. Converting the round when they did need it to get back on track here of keeping that scoreline building in their way. 4-2 here.
Textbook stuff. Once again, Marv repositioning, allowing FNS, like I said, to tuck in behind bricks. At that point, feels so comfortable for OpTic. That's the opener as well. Marv finding a key fight towards B, and actually Victor on the other side, things following up. Beautiful round from OpTic.
Nice! Good job, John. Good job.
I feel like they're playing carefree here, and that could be a really dangerous game. No expectations on them, at least in this map on its own, but a complete parallel to how Loud will be feeling, in my mind. Substantial pressure, have to deliver on a map that's meant to be in their favor. Obviously, at this sort of scoreline, it has to happen now.
So if OpTic can find another opener here towards B, it's a slow approach here, almost to the minute mark on the clock. This time around, actually Loud playing a little deeper. They're actually going to spot out a lot with that swing. Resets it. I mean, it's again going to be sassy from Archers.
Gotta be on red alert, right?
Yeah, I mean, less. He's got to stay alive here. I mean, it's Yay on the other side, but OpTic actually peel away from this.
I'm trying to see if Ye's going to be able to get given an angle. Oh! Yeah, he did get given an angle. They maybe thought they were hitting the brakes for a second, and Sassy gets punished, as does Less, and now the rotations are desperate. They're trying to get towards the right place, and even just this to cut off the vision. FNS is going to lock down the sidelines. They can get that spike across now and safely get that plant in. Marv waiting. Just eats the flash. He looks dead and gone, buried. It looked like he almost got away, but caught in the end by Sadak and keeps a little bit of chance here. For the Loud side, still paranoid about middle having to take the time to clear. iceBox forced to do so, but Ye's isolated Sadak and no trade could have been found. As you can see, Victor waiting in the fumes. Spots a barrel, takes a life, and now the 1v2 iceBox. How much can one man do here? He's still got a little bit of time with this, but Victor, the only one he's really noted. Good tag, but no frag. Victor's still alive, and you can see the readjust as well. Crashy's closing in, and he's got no idea of it. Crashy's the surprise on the corner, and OpTic. They look pretty good here, Mike. I'm getting worried for Loud.
Yeah, I'm already worried, and it's only 5-2. It's still doable here for Loud to string together some rounds and actually having the benefit of the economy at least being built up here. Pancada now sat on the tour de force, so you can offset this purchase just a little bit, but they are going to pump the brakes. They're going to call the timeout.
They have to. This, I said, when we look at what this map means, right, for OpTic, it's not necessarily a throwaway. Obviously, you'd love to win it. That's just stupid. However, what it is a no-pressure map in that regard, right? We don't have to win this. We got a whole other map.
Anything's a bonus, right?
Exactly. We don't play this at all. This is, you know, we never really lean on this. It's fine. We can play fast, loose, new roles coming out. You flip the script, you look at Loud. It is the polar opposite.
Absolutely. Whether or not, I mean, for me, it's got to be iceBox to really be the one to find some value in the early round here if Loud decide to switch things up. Because OpTic, it's another example of you give them the space, they're absolutely making it work here. Struggled a little bit on their attacking side of Bind, but here they have so much control early on. Marv's able to get so deep twice now towards Nest and find an opener towards B. And that's actually when Loud have preemptively rotated. They've got the right read. They keep throwing away rounds like that, it's going to be really, really difficult for them to establish any sort of foundation for this comeback. But it is only 3 rounds. Blade Storm available, Tour de Force available here. So now still have a chance. Actually, Sadhax does have his ultimate as well. Potential here to deny a stacked up execute. That's what OpTic decide to opt for. And it's looking as if that might be the case. iceBox actually suppressed here, so he's out in no man's land without a dash. He didn't get cleared by the drone. Potentially he's not cleared. The flash almost perfect here.
They have no idea. iceBox can do so much damage. That's 2 already. Tries to go forward, gets a 3rd, gets a rifle, and gets to keep his life. Unbelievable scenes from iceBox. We said he had to be a proponent for this side to really propel them forward, and he's being just that. Crashies can't do anything to clear him. He is standing tall and holding the line for Loud.
That's what they needed. The 4K, the prime gaming flawless, Lauren. Again, it's IceBox. Like I said, he needs to be the one to be the aggressor for Loud. The flash is almost perfect, Ads. I think he's scared to turn it. Doesn't matter anyway. He goes unchecked and punishes OpTic for it.
One enemy remaining.
Just when you need him to as well. Finds a response. Finds Loud's third round. Actually, on the back of that, we'll get the operator online. So, an opportunity for him to actually use that as a...
You want to play? Let's play.
Real catapult into the next few rounds. Been forced away, though, from double doors initially. Yeah, he's actually burnt up his dash pretty early on as well, so I mean, he sort of burst to this, but Marved will find an opener. That's over towards Pyramid. That's from mid.
That's a problem.
That's the second time as well Sadak's been spotted jump peeking here.
That's, I mean, it'd be a hard trade.
I mean, again, he's out in nowhere. He's out in no man's land.
And now he's feeling very alone. The wall divide, and IceBox caught in a tricky spot. Two players on the other side, and he's paranoid about middle.
There's nobody holding his double door, so he has to worry about both angles here. Like, well, he has to worry about so many angles here.
Potentially so much. Obviously, we know where they are and where they aren't, but he's got no idea. And you can see
No dash.
He's now stuck, and a missed shot. It goes astray. Panic starts to set in. All the fear starting to build up. He still holds it. He still holds the line.
That's a fake.
And you're absolutely right. While all this was happening, it was only ever
30
two
seconds
players.
left.
And even one of them makes it away. FNS makes a mad dash for it back towards that B site. The spike's going to go down. And yes, they're going to be able to get back here in time, at least to maybe challenge. But already OpTic are going to be able to just absolutely lock this site down. This is brutal for Loud now. Oh, and Marv's going to make it worse. A quick pick on Pancada, and he's not relenting at all. He wants to take this fight. He'll be the man you have to pass. 37 HP, but he's still standing.
Right here.
Has to finally relent a little. Leave it up to the others. Yay, controlling middle. And they're getting nothing. Marv, the immovable man, still finds three in this post plant. Yay's there, and Yay is the one to shut down the account. OpTic are pulling out all the stops here.
Beautiful response as well. IceBox completely played out of that round. Okay, he's posted up.
And he still hit that shot,
Eventually finds one, but I mean, at that point, there's nobody else there to follow through. And actually, for FNS, it's almost like, yeah, the operator's there. Guys, hit B, fast.
Yeah, it gives you even more incentive, right? It's just like you're already kind of trending that way, so. Yeah, this is tough times. Brazilian fans, to watch this, you felt safe here maybe. You thought this could have been the way back in, the reverse sweep potentially, but OpTic proving their metal after that lower bracket run, and you're right. It's quick, it's pacey, and Ye's already in, but it gets dealt with. Quickly quelled by IceBox, who gets himself out of danger as well. He notes that there's more coming his way. The site will be at least kind of given up to an extent. Sadak's still fighting for it. The trade does come through, but mid's already been questioned. Pancada fills the space, and Loud holding on to this. Crashies, I don't see this happening for you. You now got so much to try and get past. I mean, the man can turn that real easy. A cheeky underhand is not enough to get past Crashies. He knows where one is now, and they're going to know that there was that lurk in middle. He knows where these last two players are. Can he at least get the plant down and keep his life? Barely 8 HP. And he might get the timing on this if he is able to get one and back away. He couldn't disengage, but what an attempt. That could have been something to truly fear going forward, but Les is alive. Les will get the defuse, and that will be 4.
Great discipline from the young player here for Loud as well. Not to overpeak as soon as that door opens. Actually, when things start falling apart for Loud. Pancada there, just in the nick of time. He's still nearly, thank God they were stacked up again.
Yes. He was, I felt like he almost hit that mode where it just all lines up for you. Just full like Neo in the Matrix, just like everything makes sense. Well needed round there, the Brazilian side. Keep that scoreline close because again, this is, I wanted this to look clear cut, and that is something it certainly is not. Yeah.
by a long shot as well.
Now, but there shouldn't be depth, right? So that's something we do have to bring up, that if you're not playing a map on a regular basis against high-tier teams, right, you shouldn't technically have the depth to be able to adjust all this much. But again, this freedom that OpTic are showing, these good, just kind of, not necessarily fast and loose calls, but just kind of feeling out the game is working very well for them.
Yeah, and ultimately that leans towards FNS, right, to be able to really get a read on the game and call decisively in the mid-round, which we've seen, like that round with the IceBox on the operator towards A, right? As soon as that indicator's shown, OpTic are in a position to capitalize on it immediately. So you've got to give credit where it's due. But Loud, is this the start of them stabilizing a little bit here? If they can tie up this half, it would be nothing short of a miracle in my eyes, especially with how it started.
Yeah, well, they've got to stem the bleed. They were hemorrhaging rounds until the last few that they've been able to put a couple back on the board. But again, even just seeing the scoreline, it's still a little baffling to me, a little bit of a conundrum. It should never have been like this. And we do then have to turn the narrative and the idea of this game that this could be a 3-0 if it keeps going OpTic's way. It does feel like it's going to stop, that Loud should have that capability, but IceBox already going walkabouts.
And this is the man we needed for Loud to be.
Nowhere to run!
In a position to find damage, but actually the Hunter's Fury from Crashes will find one. Sassy in response, nothing at all.
Oh,
and Marved is on the punish.
Get out of here, Marved. Uncalled for almost, but so aware. So capable. And again, this should be a free plant. No one can challenge. You know that Les is kind of posted on that B site. You know where all these players are going to be. You know where Sassy is after the Hunter's Fury. You got a little bit of freedom. The only unnoted player would be Sadak, who now... That's CT and Victor waiting on the other side. Barrel shown. Frag found. Underhand. And this man is just shutting this out.
Got to save.
That's it. Back away. This is 7.
Sassy might even get hunted down here as well. Marved eager.
They need these rifles, Mike.
Still wins it, Marved.
No.
And Crashes is going to find the second.
Flawless.
It's a prime gaming flawless, Lauren. Loud. I mean, they're on the struggle bus now. They're staring down the barrel of an 8-4 half on what should have been a given coming to Breeze here. Crashes stepping up for OpTic, 13-5, leading the charge. Yay as well, 10-6.
OpTic are becoming the embodiment of a nightmare right now. This was never meant to be the map this happened on. This is when you get those fever dreams just dragging you out of your sleep to a reality you just never expected, because this was, as said, meant to be the safety net. This was the map that was meant to, if you needed it, bring it back in. The whole advantage of the veto set this into motion. Time to fight, it's time to throw down. OpTic get a real quick fight on this. Loud gonna try and fight this mid presence that has been shown time and time again. Crashy's gonna try and deal with it as best he can. Spots at least a player, but it doesn't matter. Sadak has had enough of this.
Loud now find themselves a 4v3. A man advantage here. That's what the Viper's pit as well, gonna be able to slow down anything, but look where Ye's managed to get to.
You can see that slow rotation of the spike. It's going to be there eventually. It's just how much can they keep their attention on Marv potentially.
He's been lurking here so often as well, just to plant the seeds of a potential fake, but then be able to backstab mid. Sassy on the cross.
Might keep a player dedicated. Again, if they can keep a couple more... Oh, Ye's got him! Ye overextends through CT. This is massive. The only one who can maybe divide this is IceBox. He has to be... Oh, Ye! Get out of here! This guy's a god! Straight up!
Did Marv spot him?
He's just going to tuck himself in regardless. He can hold the entirety of mid if he wants to do the timing. It looks like he's dead. He is. Okay, it's a 2v2. It's still possible. Les playing back around on the flank. Where does Sadak go? CT or mid? It looks like he's going to opt for CT. That puts him Ye's realms of reality. This guy is just on a tear. Ye is feeling this game. It's all his. And what does Les do with it? Well, you gotta go for it, right? You gotta do something. You gotta try and make this moment your own, because right now you are staring down a dire situation. Ye is being so slippery and time is being bought, and Les is being pulled in every direction. Victor closes down, and I did not expect this scoreline at all, Mike.
Absolute perfection there from Victor and Ye, just to bait and play each other in. I mean, there's nothing for Les to do. And Ye just landing every shot necessary to secure this fantastic performance here on Breeze in the first half.
all of Loud's biggest fears have to be coming true in front of them in these seconds, in these rounds. Every single one is accumulating now because it's not meant to have been like this. It really wasn't. Is it enough, though? That's the big question. Do OpTic still have more to bring, or Loud, are they just going to wake up and make this game their own? Guys, take it away.
Thank you very much, Pansy and Hypok. It was not meant to be like this. This was the map that we had the most questions about when it comes to OpTic. Sideshow, are you impressed with how well they've done so far? Does it exceed your expectations?
No, I'm pretty disappointed, actually, about how... No, this is insane. I mean, they've just come out and they've only tweaked a few little pieces, and suddenly they look amazing. I think they're really just feeling the momentum.
They may want to stop banning Breeze at this point.
Yeah, I think there's one player, I think, on Loud that's really trying to keep them in the game. In certain rounds, it feels like IceBox is doing everything he can to keep him up. He's 11-9 now, but he needs to go nuclear in the second half to keep him in.
And it feels so Herculean out of IceBox, while on the side of Ye, it feels easy, right? It kind of feels like he's breezing, he's just chilling. The team is setting him up super well. Meanwhile, for IceBox, it feels like he's having to 1v5 every single round to try to make something happen, and that's exhausting.
Yeah, throughout this tournament has been consistently great, but I feel like he's taking the step in this match and this map into absolute excellence. This was IceBox, and what a play it was.
And that's what I mean, right? Like, it's requiring plays like that where he just kind of has to put the team on his back and go, guys, I'm going to try to do something on my own to keep it competitive.
And it's so difficult.
I get scared for the second half here, too, because Ye has a wealth of possibility to go crazy on the op, to go crazy on the aggression. This map is a Jets playground, especially when he has the team able to support him.
I mean, IceBox almost reminds me of what Ye was trying to do against Mech back at Masters Berlin, you know, doing everything in his power. But Pansy asked the question, is this enough now, do you guys think?
I think so. This looks to me like OpTic in unstoppable form with fingertips already on the trophy.
Yeah, this feels like Final Form OpTic 1000%. This is too difficult to overcome.
Oh, well, Bala, you're going to get to keep your hair. But Loud, they have to dig deeper here if they want a shot at that trophy. Take it away, Pansy and Hypok.
Well, now, Mike, it's now or never, right? This is do or die time. I wasn't ready for this in this moment. I think a lot of us were waiting for those next maps, but as said, OpTic took the ball by the horns and they've dragged this game as potentially the close. Loud, how much do you want this? How bad do you want to fight for this? It's up to you now. You get the attacking side to define it. At 4-8, OpTic in the lead.
I'm actually going to try and send 2 down tube here. Try and backstab this A-site hold of OpTic. There's no trap here, so OpTic have to be conscious of the possibility, but it's a 3-man walk. See Victor just holding contact here on the rope. Going to find the first, though. IceBox elsewhere will find Ye.
Good trade out, at least. They've managed to slip the net a little bit here. So Victor is potentially about to be crunched, yeah. Brilliant work from IceBox. Maybe he can't 1v5 every round, but he can certainly find a bit of impact here and there. Yeah, Finesse has a nasty little cubby to be in. Oh, that's unfortunate for Crashies, but good work for Loud.
I don't know if I can take another second half comeback. I really don't. Loud get the pistol. We'll see how far this goes. Can they do it once again? Great opener as well. To walk this through again. No trap in tube. OpTic were aware of the possibility, at least. Victor in position to try and spot that out, but punished for it. Loud come back and says, Pancalo actually going to run this through with a ghost, but 2 Bulldogs. Be key here to take some ranged engagements, but it's not Loud again. Rinse and repeat here. The same triple walk down tube. This time around, IceBox going to be positioned towards main.
Is there a flash? Okay. I'm waiting for the contact. Yeah, it's out of sorts. It looked like off the back of contact they want to do a deep flash to try and maybe crunch a player with that right click, but not going to be the case. OpTic being handled comfortably. IceBox, you're nasty with it. A flawless round, and Loud get right back on track. We need them to wake the hell up here. Otherwise, well, they won't have a chance to. So, Rifle's going to come out now for OpTic.
Another bonus round for Loud?
Should be. If it's sticking to the script.
IceBox 2 off the Blade Storm here, so potential to retrieve one early on. If he finds a kill, that could really turn this round in their favor. That's going to opt for the Spectre here, so it's feeling as if he's going to be the tip of the spear in terms of this B-site hit, because they're lent as 4 here with 1 player towards bottom mid.
quick rotations though from OpTic. They're all en route.
Crashes actually managed to get out of the nest there.
I have no idea how he's still alive, honestly. Marv looks like he could be in danger as well. This is very precarious at the moment. Loud gonna try and close the gap. Great work between Pancada and Aspas. Still doing the damage, but on the back lines, OpTic hold. The slow gonna keep that spike safe out of the hands of Loud for now, and Sassy can't quite get it back. At least gonna get the upgrade to the Bulldog, but again, what else are you gonna do with this now?
It'll be so difficult for them to retrieve the spike. Actually, both should be noted here, but FNS has gone walkabouts on mid. Marv down to 56 HP. He's got to be careful here. Cannot give his life away. But Victor in a really rough spot.
Yeah, and FNS needs to speed this up a little bit, and Sassy's already considering
well, the timing's not there, yeah.
So now it just, yeah, that's lovely. Knife in the back, FNS. Gonna dip away. The assassin gonna make it out, no problem. Sit on a new, deeper angle. Pancada, nothing feels safe anymore. The back line has been broken. You noted Victor, and obviously they know where Marv
30
was
seconds left.
earlier on, but again, this is gonna need some real theatrics to get this one going, and I like this deeper hold from Victor again, allowing FNS to sit on that A site, play a little safer. Pancada now, trying to at least crest the corner, and there it is, Victor waiting. 3 stand, 3 rifles. Another round for OpTic.
Big win. Big win from OpTic to close that out, but Loud, even though they came into that, almost doing a little bit of damage helps to get some of these ultimates a little closer. Aspas now on the Blade Storm. Potential here to run the operator, and yeah, look at as if that's going to be the case. Position towards mid here, whether or not he's going to find an open angle through double doors. Same setup once again from OpTic as well. Actually, with the adjustment of Marv being over towards A side, at least investing a trap this time around. Yay to hold down the fort towards B site. Now should almost be expecting this operator purchase. Now it's noted. See how now OpTic react on the back of that. Almost anticipating a B hit. With only one player spotted in mid. Yeah, this is it feels like a little gamble here. Well, an overread almost.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to pay off. As wrong place potentially. And wrong time. As Loud building in towards this A hit.
Victor's got his knife back online now. It would be the perfect timing to invest this.
Yeah, I think they're starting to question it because Crashies are starting to drift back over towards this A site. So I'm surprised they haven't. Oh, I guess that'll do it. No worries. Fragment going to follow. Victor going to fall off this. And FNS tucks himself in the corner.
Created this pocket once again. There comes the knife from Victor.
And there's a flank on the route as well. You can see it, yay, in those back lines. Aspas has to go huge here.
Yeah, he does. Well, he has to get this door open at the right time. FNS is unnoted by the Aldrone because of this pocket.
The Kingmaker himself could be so essential to this round. He's going to hear all these steps. He's going to call it out, but Aspas finds Victor. But there he is, unleashing, just destroying them. And there should be the follow-up from Yay. It's perfect from OpTic. As much as Aspas could have been a problem with this time, it doesn't matter. It's slipped between the fingertips. And he's going to just face the music here, as this may be the last chance to dance for them. As 10 will be on the board here. Aspas desperate to take him down with him, but it's done for. It's cooked. That's 10 now for OpTic.
And they remove the operator. FNS, man, with the trap play. Just a little pocket to play from, and he absolutely punishes Loud. Beautiful setup.
So nice.
Again, actually, the trap goes off as well, makes it even worse for Loud. They can't even get out of dodge.
The timing from Yay to be able to get around there, just on the back of that trade towards FNS. Super nice. Well, welcome to Loud's absolute dread and torment. This was never how it was meant to be. This was never the intended outcome. And Aspas again has to be almost destroyed at having to pull this one forward at this point. Desperate for an opportunity. Pleading for a chance here, as OpTic are giving them nothing.
No angles presented here for Aspas with the Blade Storm. Again, same setup from OpTic. They're happy to just sit really deep on this. Victor not even investing his utility early on. It's just Crashes to send out the recon and the Aldrone.
And Marv's on this. A little bit more of a passive angle as well. Could catch that cross if Aspas doesn't do this diligently.
Out of range. Teleport ready.
And Marv hyper-focused towards middle, but while this happens, it is going to be building towards that A site hit. But again, deep play doesn't get anything, I think, off the back of that.
My ult is ready. Deploying drone.
This is so much on Aspas, though. Again, it's Sheriffs.
Yep.
It's light armor, it's a Guardian.
Panicada, though.
Panicada's actually found FNS, so that is the one real Guardian of that A site removed. This is a chance now for a plant. This could be much better for them. This could be a big chance, maybe 7 if they get it just right. Fragment finds nothing, but Marv does get out of danger, but there's still a player in mid. Doesn't see Aspas. He was so paranoid about that for a while. As Ye's gone down, as Crashy's Victor and Marv. How do you find these final players? I guess this readjust is going to make it even harder here.
Sassy's got the Hunter's Fury, but he's playing so deep that Victor's ultimate, I don't even think cancels it out just yet.
No, I don't think so either. A tap on the spike. There it is, called in. Victor wants in. Tries to push further. I don't think they can dig them out of these positions. I don't think they can do much about it. Victor's going to sit this, though. They've got to check on the defuse. He gets to halfway, but that's about all it's going to get as Marv. Gonna try and back away from this. Operator to hand is valuable enough, and Loud gonna stay alive for another round.
They cling to life here with a thrifty round win. Perfect execution, removing FNS so early and making perfect use of that space.
He needed it so badly.
Again, anticipating the null command coming through as well. And that's how it came through. Right. Do that again then. Completely, and by the way, FNS was playing right side of Pyramid there. He's not even tucked up on his wall.
Teleport's ready. That works.
Looks like the double operator kind of is coming out here. I believe Marv's gonna pop the ult. So a new look for OpTic. Technically can suit this map incredibly well. Those long lines of sight.
Look where Pancada's playing.
And the ult as well. But no one actively watching Tube at the moment, so I'll be interested to see if that comes around in the end, because they're being hyper proactive towards middle at the moment for OpTic.
Victor at least preemptively looking to use his knife here just as a information gathering tool. Ahead of any contact just yet. Crashy, easy clears.
He saw it,
He
he
spotted
saw
one
it.
come through, yep.
He knows there's now problems. Victor needs to be on red alert. He's going to try and back away in time. He now knows what the plan is. They've found them. At least for now. FNS going to try and keep control, but they've broken through by the door. That's good work already. Oh, and a little sloppy from FNS walking back in. Panicada already had that. Yay, can't find a way through. Crashy's locked out as well. The wall should facilitate the cross, at least to get the spike planted. Yay, a little late on it, but he's going to get there in time. Crashy's did find Sadek, so it's not over yet, but retaking with these operators ain't going to be easy either. And there's the ult on the other side coming out.
Viper's Pit to completely cut off one side here. 2 snake bites available for less as well. Can OpTic break through? It's still a 3v3. Have to make use of the time here.
How do they clear this? Anything left in the kit? Not really. Les is going to play that time perfectly. A shoulder shown and a spray committed. Crashes does well. He found another Yay. Found Panicada. And now it's just Les in a 1v2. But time, they've got to close this down fast. And Les, he gets one of the way. But time, I don't know if they've got enough time on this. I don't think they do at this point.
I think he's got it.
No way. Yay.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yay.
Are you kidding me?
You cannot use the green wall against OpTic. They get the defuse and they get the round.
We get a pick. We move
What a fumble. Sassy has 2 shock darts there as well. It's perfect from OpTic to dig that deep. Completely wrapping the Viper's Pit. Like I said, they had to make use of time to get to the backside of that ultimate. 2 snake bites, 2 shock darts. Oh, they had so many tools at their disposal. Ultimately, it's on Pancada there, really to take first contact. Sassy shouldering. They gain nothing out of that.
There's no way this is happening. It's a timeout. Loud, a sweating bullet. They look frayed. They look panicked. They look like they've been pushed to their limits.
That was flustered.
That
post plant there, I've got to say, they've dropped the ball massively.
Yes, they have.
Massively.
And that's something I wouldn't really put with them. They've always looked quite good so far in this tournament. I don't think they've looked pressured like this before.
I'll be honest, I mean, even domestically here, it's almost skewing the perception. Breeze, they usually, do not lose post plants. Like, it's one of the biggest success factors for them on Breeze. So to see them, that was sloppy. That's like the pressure's on. Overthinking slightly.
Yep.
Eager to really be decisive and not allow OpTic to creep up closer and closer, but I gotta say, you just gotta stick to your guns there. You
Yes, you
have
do.
to. They had all the tools necessary to win that round, and they fluffed it.
But again, how many times we brought out how young this roster is as well? Some of the players coming onto this stage. This is where those nerves happen. This is where that comfort that OpTic has. You know, when I talk about FNS being a kingmaker, he brings out the best in these boys. He makes them thrive in these scenarios, and he's put them on 11-7 right now, and we go back into this. This is Loud's moment to try and find something.
There's nothing left in the bank.
This
Zadak's
is it.
even on a Bulldog here. Bulldog, light shield.
It's not pretty. It's really not pretty.
They're going to try and get Zadak pretty deep in tube here to make use of his null command. In that AoE, way more effective. It's going to force OpTic all the way out to the right side of default. Doing exactly that. Remove FNS's utility. Should open the front door here.
Yeah, this looks, crunch looks perfect. Zadak's even found Marv. This is great. Good beginning. FNS. What? That shot is filthy. Takes down Aspas, has no right for it. Panic has to respect that. They have to respect this. Yay gets put down to 29 HP. Crashy's still trying to deny the plant, at least by a little bit of time here. Sassy's found victory in the meantime, though. 2 now stand. Pancada is still holding the line. This is all on Crashies now. It's done for. Good work from Loud. A resounding response in their dire, dire hours.
Huge round to swing here. On the back of Zadak, like I said, it's going to force Marv into that very awkward position here, especially with FNS being suppressed.
Yeah.
You see straight away they punish that. FNS lands a disgusting shot onto Aspas with the Spectre. I mean, dashing into nothing. There was no safety net there for Aspas to even survive, but throws his life on the line. Loud convert their 8th.
And it's so necessary.
3 rounds.
They've broken the money, at least for now, as well.
There was nothing left for Loud.
It was
That
the
was a
Bulldog
must
coming out.
win.
What a critical moment in their story here today. But you can't underestimate Yay popping those knives out. Push himself up a little deeper into towards shoot. Maybe trying to address this issue of players creeping through. We've seen this a couple of times now. They've been trying to make this play. Now Yay is going to put himself towards it. Pancada on the other side. Yay, does he clear it well? Yes, he does! Sharp, surgical precision. But it's only frenzies beyond that. A rifle did get recovered for Yay, but again, for Loud, it's back to business. Take the site. Dropped across. Yay. Delivers it. Posts it up. Lesso so aware of the flank coming in, but the timing now. Victor holds. It looks like he's considering the chance of it, but the timing fix has been allowed a moment up and above we go. They just don't land for Yay this time. Less again finds Victor. This is Loud doing exactly what was needed. I got a little nervous. When Crashes does that, it's fine. It's fine. Loud are fine. 2 alive.
Yeah, force 3. Yeah, cool. Force 3 repurchases here for Loud, but for OpTic, obviously we know coming into that, not an awful lot to work with other than the Blade Storm. Actually seeing Marv throw the operator in the mix once again. OpTic actually going to call the timeout here because it's starting to get a little tense.
Yes.
Loud win this buy round. You've got to expect they're leaning towards tying this up.
Absolutely.
Which isn't a conversation we should even be happening.
No.
I mean,
I'm off script, man. I didn't have my notes ready for this yet.
it's another second half from Loud that's just,
Yeah. And last time we what? An OT?
yeah.
It's getting closer and closer. These guys are truly resilient to the core. Don't know when they're
Well,
done.
I mean, you
great
posed
to
the
see.
question. This is the depth of OpTic here on Breeze being tested.
That's
This is all on the fly, right? You've
Yes.
got to assume it's all on the fly.
And again, I'd say some of these players are great at that, but it is very hard to do that against a
I mean,
collective
here
who
on this
plays
stage,
this. So again,
when you're not even meant to win the map as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's the difference, right? So it's like, again, for me, I'm just waiting for that penny to drop. The Loud just go, all right, let's shut them down now. We've had enough of this. Let's just close out the game. But I'm like, every single time there's that moment of danger. Now they've been able to at least roll around with the money coming back into their pockets. So there's a full purchase for OpTic here and another chance to book in 12, which is bare minimum OT. Now on the other side for Loud, they do have a good buy coming into this. Ult's not quite there yet, but again, the rifles are at least in the right place.
Here where Yay decides to post up. A bit of a switch up, actually. FNS trying to get away with...
Again?
Yeah, the same trick once again in the previous round, but this time... Yeah, actually, he does set it up, so potentially here to try and bait somebody to clear it, but... Loud here opt towards a more traditional setup. 3 players towards mid here. It's the first time we've really seen Victor potentially in a position to pop flash out. Crashy should be able to feed him the information. With nothing there, it's Sassy spotted so deep it doesn't really tell them anything. It doesn't paint a picture here for OpTic.
No, it doesn't. They didn't even know Aspas at this point, so it's not completely useless, obviously, but it really doesn't give you any of those finer details. Victor's still waiting. You can see there was still that moment of consideration. It's going to be Ye, though.
This is a curveball, though. To have Ye posted up
Rather
here.
than FNS, that's a big difference.
Yeah. And it's with the operator. He can dash away. FNS can reinforce that hold towards default. And actually, Victor in position to cut off the split. It's not going to come through, though. It's going to be the traditional here for Aspas and Sadak. They're going to try and walk tube once again.
And that has been critical, though. They've been able to really deal with a player like FNS who's been tucked in that corner. They've been, getting that crunch down just right. Here comes that pressure. Flash goes through. Victor, is it your job to handle this? Who's going to keep them safe here? 30 seconds. You got to make your move, Loud, because Ye's still there. Ye's found less. FNS gets traded, but Crash is waiting on that cross-up. Ye's gone down. This is the crunch. That pinch in play. Victor. It's 17 seconds, Loud. Get on the side. Get that spike down. Sassy keeps his life and might have just kept Hope alive. Marv now in the 1v3, but the plant is down, and this should be Loud's round. Position already considered, already being watched. Pancada shuts it out, and we're at double digits now. Louder back in this game.
How did they manage to break that crossfire setup? Like I said, Victor holding on to basically denying the split from coming through. There's 2 players from Loud on stairs for like 15 seconds. You noted it, the time was burning away. That crossfire setup was beautiful. From spawn towards boxes. And they, again, just give them a little pocket to play from, and they absolutely make it work.
Aspas is doing everything he can for his side as well. 22 kills already. Highlight performance for him in my mind.
Following up from the Bind performance. Called it.
Very true.
To ride that wave, the momentum. Victor.
Victor, don't be doing lazy jump peeks here, because Victor's going to find you. That's a rifle, and he's just going to get the hell away if he can. Run, boy, run. You got a free gun. And he's actually made it out scot-free. That's a fumble. And probably a frustrating one at that.
Yeah, again, posted up, close contact. Different angle here. Does get cleared with the owl drone, though. Get away. Spam down to 20 HP, but no kill.
I'm still alive, as is FNS. But again, these weapons, they shouldn't be as much of a threat, but they're looking for a new option. I'm curious about what Marv is up to here, because he can just keep himself tucked in that corner. He's got his trap now. They will note that obviously middle is open, right? There's always going to be that consideration.
And no TP available for him here. He's come down here again. Doesn't want to give away a sound cube. Actually, with a big flank onto Victor.
Gone. That's massive.
Yeah.
That's a huge moment, but it is coming back towards that A site. It's kind of the double pump, right? So they've addressed that split.
Yeah, he wants it.
Oh! Nah, Pancada's not letting go of this round. He's right in between and up the guts.
30 seconds
Okay,
left.
whiffed it. That's fine. FNS, no
Surely
way!
not.
No
Headshot as
way!
well.
How is this a 2v2? This was a formality.
Big HP advantage, though. Crashes down to 34. Marv does have the light shield and the headhunter still. Crashes, did he get that upgrade? He's got the Vandal, Lauren.
This feels so unnerving. They need to spot some of these players out, and he gets no information for this. They're going in blind. Marv trying to clear through, pulling the attention towards him. Can Marv clear any of this? He has no idea where these players are, and none of... So much damage! God damn! Aspas is down to 40! The 4! Oh, he couldn't land the shot. Marv is out of it. 34 HP for Crashy. Sadak catching the cross. We're tied up. Loud aren't done yet. There is still a chance for them here.
The awareness from Crashes, again, it's by the process of elimination. Finds so much damage there, unfortunately. I mean, if Marv actually swings ahead of that recon, there's a chance he finds that open angle. Again, not waiting for the ping, but knowing that Aspas is going to look to destroy that. Marv has a window of opportunity to isolate that kill, but...
Oh, I'm seeing the buy, Mike.
The stars did not align. I'm seeing the same buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess this is the all-in round, huh?
Are invested here.
And Loud have been stepping up, and Aspas just unleashing straight away. He's going to cut through mid. We've got the double operator coming out, and look who's on the other side. It's going to be Victor, but only for a second. Aspas is just slicing them to pieces. FNS, you want some? Get some. Denies Aspas, pops the ult, and shuts down the site.
Well, Punch of Fury actually to try and force FNS out of position here. No tank comes through, but actually, Sadak in a perfect position. He doesn't find a kill.
God, FNS is still alive. I don't know how, but Marks connect towards Les. And now Pancada finds one back. Sadak as well responds, but FNS is still alive. Caught in the end. Sadak the hero. And now, yay. How much are you going to do? The flash comes in. Can he stay alive for a couple more seconds? No, Sadak! What a moment to find form, putting Loud to 12 and keeping their hope alive in this tournament.
OpTic looked to dig their heels in with a double operator, but the pace shift from Loud.
What a read. What a time to do it.
Beautiful stuff. Aspas again paving the way for Loud in some of these rounds. A Sadak landing shots like that. The confidence.
God tier.
It's a 2v1. He's fully swinging double doors versus Yay with an operator.
Nah, this flash is fine. Don't worry.
That's
I'm
all
off.
good. Yeah.
He's on it.
That's the one the coach is just sweating watching. Like,
You want to play?
We'll
Let's
talk about
play.
it later. 12 to 11, we go back in. Loud do have the round advantage, but OpTic are going walkabout. Sassy's already dealt with one, but they didn't expect the bomb. Yay! He's still fighting. They've taken down Aspas. He's got his ult as well. Hunter's Fury going to come on down. They spotted enough to send this. No tags. I don't see enough from it. Sassy's left on 20 HP. This could be OT.
it's a 3v4.
How is this a 3v4? They've lost Sadak and they've lost Aspas, the two critical players from that prior round.
Light shields here for OpTic, but Sassy, Les, and Pancada. Tour de force available. Les will have the Viper's Bit with the plant or a kill. Yeah, looking to deny that. Pancada gonna find one.
Stunning shot to bring this back down to a 3v3. It looks like they still want to continue towards this A site. Players
Les
start
got
to
the orb.
linger around. Here comes the cross. Pancada going to get there first. Take a little bit of safety. Victor on the other side. Playing back by Yellow. Two players here, Marv and Victor. High flash doesn't find much. Oh, Victor finds Pancada! And now the two on the side. And now make it one! It's all on Les in a 1v3 to try and deny this. Oh no! They've seen him! Crashes catches him! The defuse comes in, and of course, we are going all the way.
You have got to be kidding me. It's so back and forth. OpTic to be the ones.
How?
To be decisive
How?
here in
that
this round.
There's no right in that round with that purchase coming in. Somehow they get Aspas, somehow they get Sadak down.
Les as well, I gotta say it, retrieve the orb, he has to use the Viper's Bit early there.
I agree.
Early. Because he knows what the bigger picture is.
Sure.
Sassy dies to, I mean, he's so squishy, that shot dart it didn't even look that close.
No, it
They
didn't.
still found the kill.
12-12.
What the Flower got left? That's the question I'm asking it here on Breeze.
Right here.
Didn't expect that sentence to be happening.
Nope.
Did not expect it. Okay, OpTic going to be coming back in on the attacking side and Loud on the defending side. And I think this was the one that shocked us, that OpTic looked so good on this side.
See if Loud are going to switch things up towards, look at the fancy. Triple walk towards Tube potentially, or at least the Dart going to open things up. It's actually the knife sent through here. OpTic will have a little bit of space to play with in mid. To see what the end goal is here. Lots of information early here actually. Less spotted, Pancada not spotted on top of the pillar though. He's got his TP back to safety, back towards new box. OpTic, like I said, they have so much space to work with here, and
Enemy mark.
Loud seemingly unaware of just how dire things are in mid.
I'm worried about, surely Pancada
was spotted.
Surely they've realized there's a problem, right?
I think the drone spotted the TP, so they knew he was up there.
Oh, Oh, that's devastating, losing on him so early. That's pulled rotations. There's still 50 seconds to play with here. OpTic have the upper hand in this round. And it looks like they want to readdress this B site. Less caught in no man's land. He's down! And OpTic have got the keys to the castle now. Spike can go completely uncontested at this point. No one can stop that.
Oh, we open a 3v5. Aspas, Sassy, and Sadak have to find something here. Victor posted up, looking to punish this.
You're going to hard clear this corner. No, not like that.
No
not
chance.
at all. Spray's got a little astray as Aspas is going to catch it. But Marv, the safe pair of hands, finds Sadak towards CT and going to readdress that middle problem. As Ye's by his side as well. It's not, you're never fighting alone if you're an OpTic. It's all together here. Sassy has at least got mobbed, but a 1v3. Sassy, the guy's good, but I don't know if he's this good right now. He's desperately trying, though, with everything he has. But time is becoming a problem. As the clock begins to rot, Sassy has to just try and do something. And OpTic swing together. It's 13. Found for OpTic.
And that's concerning, because OpTic looked so comfortable in some of these defensive rounds here. Again, like I said, it's just such a minute detail. I think the TP is spotted on top of the pillar.
Yeah.
And all that space, no pressure, allows OpTic to just walk up. Literally shift walk and clear that angle. OpTic actually gonna call the timeout here. Let that round breathe a little bit. And actually allow the pressure to build for Loud.
Nasty timeout to be calling at this point. Staring down a barrel of a gun if you're Loud right now.
OpTic just go full weird now. I mean, we saw the the aggression towards A main last time, which was, I'll be honest, the first time we saw the scene, we've seen him switch up this A site hold a couple of times, but it's never been they've not been there to kind of greet or pressure the orb. What do we see here from OpTic? Series point here on Breeze.
Full creative
Where we
freedom.
shouldn't be. Where we should not be.
This was the rabbit hole, right? Like, how far down does it go? And we are here just full on embracing the madness. The scenes, the depth in which OpTic have somehow pulled us to, and Loud, resilient, sure, but now put in this position. One round to define it. Let's see what they've got.
Yeah, again to be the solo anchor towards B site here. Loud stacked up. Aspas desperate here to find some control early towards bottom mid. Not actually. You have to find an angle here. Yeah, OpTic kind of tucked in towards A site. Crash is just considering picking up the slack towards Tube, but we'll now re-explore mid with the Owl drone. As Loud are actually starting to drift towards B. Nothing noted here. So Ye,
does Crashy's
he's got to deliver.
Support? I mean, it is still Ye. And that is one man to hold back potentially 4 players. Do they swing mid? Same then gets to be said about potentially Crashies. Where does this lean? Loud. The blank canvas presented. Paint it how they desire.
So Victor just got his knife back. And it's only going to find one member on the back of it. Crashy's actually suppressed here. That's going to hit the gas here. Sadak.
He's pushing it. Ye's in danger, but Crashies has his back. Gonna find Sadak, put him to bed. As Ye's still just trying to play his life. Keep himself in this. He knows he's surrounded.
30
what can
seconds
you
left.
do now? Surely you are cooked. Surely you are done for. Surely not. Still stands only for a moment. Good trade for Victor. And now 3 for Loud. That is all that remains. Oh, damage on Sassy! Denial! Crashies is doing damage! And now a 2v2. Aspas and Pancada still standing, still fighting, giving it everything they have. And now Marved.
You want
your
to
moment
play? Let's play.
in a 1v2. Spots the first, denied on the second. Loud still alive.
They flipped that one back in their favor. Somehow. Again, Crash is desperate to find some sort of comfort for Ye. To put him in a position to find something with the operator. Then finds the shock dart kill. On to Sassy, preventing that plant coming. I thought it was done. It was wrapped at that point.
Not to be.
Especially with less being removed there, they have nothing to cut off any of these sight lines.
And Pancada like pushing out like that. That's kind of like no man's land he's taking that fight in. So of course, we go again Second no team. 13-13, these two teams, so hard to define between the two of them. OpTic doing things in maps that they just shouldn't. Showing that diligence, and Loud, unwilling to lose.
Not backing down just yet. Marv actually, yes, he's the only one for OpTic this time around to follow through towards top mid. Dealing with the trap, that's actually going to pull, or at least keep Loud with this three-man setup towards B. iceBox though, look at where he's managed to get himself to. This is a lot of information just on the back of iceBox's position.
But it could all turn on a dime. I mean, I'm just wondering if EA even considers it. Like, when's that timing, that internal clock's hit? I don't think it does.
Sadak can't fall in this position again. He's been isolated here previously.
I was a little worried that they might dip for that double door, or like, you know, the mid door kind of push. Not the case. Does look like B hits coming in. So this should actually work quite nicely for Loud. They are in the right place for this. They've got somewhat the right rotations. The only issue to me is that Ye could maybe cut off rotations en route. Or do they hit the pump back towards A?
OpTic have been so quick in these audibles. There might have just been enough. Look at where Ye is on the door.
Sadak and iceBox need to hold this down. There is a time limit on this. They need help, and they need it now. Les finds Marv, but FNS quickly removes Sadak from the site. Spike to come in, but do they note this player? iceBox now gets seen, doesn't get handled. He's still a threat in the back lines.
Not a lot of damage either.
No, absolutely not, and Ye gonna try and readdress the problem towards Shoot. Sassy on the drive-by, quick as ever. Victor now paranoid about it, and rightly so. Problem signed him out. OpTic looking a little surrounded with only 3 of them alive. Les and Sassy trying to play through on those double doors together, but you can see the crossfire being trying to be constructed. FNS denies iceBox, and now Crash is actually a decent spot to catch this cross, and you're right, the Viper's Pit. They've suddenly got a new way to defend this. Crash is just trying to play the time, try and buy a little bit of moment here. And FNS, how are you still doing this?
It's too late.
No way! FNS! Unbelievable scenes! The Kingmaker himself does it all himself, and Kana just has to sit back and watch. OpTic strike first again.
Wow, what a hold. They're able to literally hold Loud out of that site for so long. By the time iceBox actually reaggresses, it's all but done. It's all but done for Loud. It takes them an eternity to get back here.
Yeah.
And the Viper's Pit coming through.
Beautiful.
To seal the deal. What a huge round from FNS. In the 11th hour here for OpTic.
Oh, he heard the call and he replied. And one more round again. We go again. And Loud last time were able to dig deep enough. They have to do it again. They still have to keep finding the next step. Tested. Round after round. What's the option now?
That's a good spot.
Be the one to create any sort of aggression, but Ye hasn't been drifting out here. He's been hard anchoring with that operator, enabling OpTic to have 4 bodies towards A so quickly in some of these defensive rounds. It's looking as if that is the end goal here for Loud once again.
Enemy tagged.
Operator noted, but not really going to tell Loud too much.
No, not a great deal.
Other than don't hit B.
Sure. I think that's a valid call.
Toxin screen down.
And as for OpTic, though, got to be aware that the Wolves are at the door. Big jump spot there for FNS. He's seen a lot, and they've got to know what's coming their way. Marv to strike first towards Sadak. And actually, Victor tries to play a little ahead of it, but iceBox already on the site. And now you can see the crunch through middle. Pancada, perfect timing. And now the 4 stand. Keep hope alive. Crashies, Ye, Marv. Anything up the sleeve, any more tricks to pull out. Jay starts to address the site. First fight found for Crashies. Quick turn, didn't note anyone towards double doors. Yay! No way! Marved as well! And now Pancada. Tournament life in your hands. OpTic on the verge, and it's all but over. It's all but done. OpTic Gaming.